Hey Ramiro, this is Joe with Jag Digital Services. We talked yesterday. Hey, I wanted to show you a couple of searches. So J space V electric on a Google search. And you can see it pulls up the San Antonio guys. That's San Antonio. They've got a Google business listing, which is sad because I'm in Collin County, I'm in Allen, and I'm doing a Google search. And typically they're going to serve up what's close to you. And that's the closest one they sent to me, right? Your Facebook page ranks okay, organically. And then your website is popping up right in here, right? But most people do what? They'll typically click the very first one that comes to the top because that's what they assume is the best, right? The Better Business Bureau, some people are going to check that out, but that's not you, that's the other company. So that was just one way, and you never know how people are going to type things. JV together, electrical contractors. Now that populated contractors on me because I typed the word electrical. And then you do show up organically, which is good. But whose business listing is this? Is that you? Because it's JV Lighting Services. Or was that your old? Because look, it's in Collin County. So 972. So the whole idea is someone else has a business listing, and so you got to take a look and consider these things. You're kind of lost. And then, of course, down here, your name shows up, president, the LinkedIn. You're not leveraging your LinkedIn, your Facebook to help your website be foundable, and then there's no Google business listing. Because if I'm a local shopper, I should have found you here instead of people in San Antonio and a couple other companies that are pretty close. If I type in just JV Electric and take off the contractors because it automatically populates that, you can see San Antonio shows up, you show up, but there's a couple other variations in there. There's a few you guys that all have this JV Electric LLC. See that? That's your business listing. Your Facebook page, I like it. It's clean, it's pretty, looks professional, but this image doesn't really relate to what you do. And then your posts are 2018. So the assumption would be you may not even be in business. This is what really does the job. Cool messages like this one is great, but this does the job where you're actually on site taking pictures with a client, looking at, the job that you're doing. That's really is what tells people that you're doing that kind of work. But see, you only had a few posts 2018 and then nothing else. The assumption would be that you're not even in business because of COVID. Then I'll give you an idea when we go here. This is a client of ours. He does HVAC, electrical, and plumbing job search. He is an HVAC company since '89, him and his partner, and he was tired of using Indeed and some other places where it's so hard to find the candidates. But you see, there's some guys working on stuff, electrician. You see the imagery? These are live articles from those industry publications, blogs, uh, videos, interviews that he's done where he's speaking. So you see what I'm talking about? So you need the same thing. On your Facebook as well as your website, you need those same kind of correlations because an electrical tower doesn't tell me, right? That might be industrial, but who are you targeting? See, you got arrows all over the place. That's a totally different segmented thing. You can do that in LinkedIn, do that in LinkedIn, some Facebook, probably not at all Facebook, but this underground utilities and installation, okay, well, that could be a lot of people. That could just be a homeowner, right? So the message is kind of all over the place. I love the emergency systems. Man, that should be LinkedIn as well because you can really target these kind of people. But so there's a lot going on there, but if you look at it in mobile, I'll just show you what that looks like. This is the mobile view, and so really it needs to hit home right here. And your logo that's black on a white box just sticks out like a sore thumb. Doesn't even go with the flow of the design. The cityscape picture in the background is great, but I have no phone number, no map, nothing I can click on to call you or find you or send you an email. All I have is this thing, estimate, and see what it did? It goes to the contact us page, and then I have this short form. That should be a dynamic pop-up and something cool for them to use. So you're not going to get there. I mean, that's probably why you have no conversion. And then a lot of your stuff are confusing pictures, like the emergency room picture. Doesn't really tell me what you're doing. It doesn't convey the message. But then when I get to the good stuff here, It's either way down the scale. No one's going to scroll 5 times to find the goodies. They want to get to it right here. Where's the click buttons? Where's the videos? What validates that you actually are this good and who you are? There's no reviews, no Google My Business, nothing to tell me to support that other people say you're this good because your work's that great. But then you have so many services that it's a little overwhelming. If I'm a residential person and I get on here and I see that you do commercial and industrial, I'm not going to call you for a plug that sparked and I don't know what to do. Does that make sense? So we need to probably talk about who's your target audience and assimilate the website to get you some turn with that, right? So that's the deal. My guys were thinking two things: either redo the website, and that's one price, and I'll get it to you later today. We do offer 6 months 0% financing, so you can go on our website, click the blue box, and immediately get an answer. Get a little chunk of money to help offset some of these costs. Included in our cost, we'll build the Google My Business page listing for you and then connect all your social media with the website. You don't even have social media icons on your website. I can't even go cross-click anything, right? So, and everything's either white with black text to read, nothing vivacious or exciting. No videos, no blogs, no articles, no job site stuff, nothing. So you need to improve there. So for me to do that, we either need to rebuild it and design it like it's supposed to be, or we'll improve this one, and then that's a cost that's not much different because it's almost the same work. When you got to redo one versus just make one the way it should have been, it's pretty close. So I'll send you a price on that, but I want you to be aware of what was happening. Okay? Thanks so much. Oh, last thing, your Flash WebZ guys, they do have a Skype. So anytime somebody has a Skype, just so you know, that means they're overseas. Very good possibility you don't own this website. Even though the copyright is to the entity of the business, you may not own it because your login credentials was that young man that I think maybe built it. And then they've got a Skype account, so it tells me that they're talking to people overseas, so they may have had it built over there. But I would probably venture to say you don't own the website and then you don't own the domain. If you do, you should have direct access. Okay, that's kind of how we do it. If I get hit by a bus and disappear because of death or something like that, you could get anybody worth their salt and get into your accounts and be able to continue what we've already started. I don't think you could do that here, see, because you got to call and get access from them. Important stuff. Thanks, man.